Hey guys, and welcome to the school station. Today's video is going to be about HCF and LCM of two numbers using method 2. If you guys have not seen my previous video of HCM and LCM of two numbers using method 1, which is for smaller numbers, definitely go and check it out before this video, as well as my video about how to find how to express a number with as products of its prime factors, because those two videos are essential for this video because it's going to contain both of those techniques mixed together to find the HCF and LCM of two numbers. This is from the Edexcel GCSE Maths 9-1 paper and it's from the unit number. So let's just get right into the video and show you guys how to find the HCF and LCM of two numbers using the two different methods. However, before we actually get these are the two methods that there actually are, and in this video we're going to be using method 2, which is by using splitting and a Venn diagram. So before we get started, if you guys have not already clarified, but obviously you would have clarified this if you watched my previous video, but if not, then you guys should know that HCF actually means highest common factor and LCM actually means lowest common multiple. Okay, so you can use a listing method, but in this video again I'm going to be showing you guys using splitting and a Venn diagram. So for today's video, I'm not going to be containing a step-by-step method. Instead, I'm just going to show you guys the slides about how we can actually how you can do it step by step. So I'm going to be containing 3 steps in 3 different slides because this is a pretty long process, but any of these 2 methods can come up in the exam and you're going to have to know how to do both of these methods. So you have to make sure you memorize and understand the process. So step 1 for this problem is so first of all, let's start off with the examples. So today we're going to be focusing on finding the HCF and LCM of 48 and 64. So these are 2 numbers I have chosen because I think that these are 2 really good numbers and it can take a bit long to actually go through the listing process. And if the exam tells you you have to use the Venn diagram method, then you will have to use it. So I'm going to show you guys the first step. The first step is to actually use splitting. So for this method, the first thing you'll have to do is you'll have to get the 2 numbers and you'll have to split it into the products of its prime factors. So you basically keep splitting until you get the prime numbers, and you can actually write them down. So over here you guys can see I've done the splitting for 48 and the number actually is 48. 48 is equals to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, so 4 2s and 3s. And I know that you can put this in index form, but personally for this method I don't like putting it on index form. And same for 64, I basically split it up until I find its prime factors, and then after that I just write down 64 is equals to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 6 times. And again, I don't want to put it in index form because it's going to be helping later on. So after you've done the splitting process and you know the products of its prime factors for both of the numbers, the next thing you want to do is you want to go on to step 2, and for step 2 you want to actually use the Venn diagrams. So again, you'll probably be presented Venn diagrams, but if not, you basically just have to draw 2 circles with an intersection in the middle. So what I like to do is I have one circle and I call it the 48, and I just put 48 on the top, and then the other circle has 64 on the top. So what I like to do is I like to have my 2 products of its prime factors down below over here, and what you have to basically do is you have to cancel each time you actually have like the number, you basically put it in the intersection. So for example, in 48, let's say if I have 2 and I also have 2 in this side, you can basically cancel it out. You can cancel it out, you can just underline or whatever it is, but I like to just cancel it out, and then I just put it in the intersection, and then I find another 2, so I cancel it out and I put it over here. I find another 2, so my third 2, and then I cancel it out and I put it in the intersection. I find my 4th 2 and then I put cancel it out and put it in the intersection, and I basically have 4 2s in the intersection. But over here in 48 I have no more 2s because my 4 2s are finished, but I still have 2's in 64. So since I still have two 2's in 64 left, I can basically put it in my 64 circle, and as you guys can see, I put my 2 extra leftovers in 64 because that's what was left in the equation. And then for 48, you guys can see there is still a times 3 left, so you basically have to put 3 in the 48 circle because those are leftovers that was actually in the equation for those two numbers. So what you were basically looking at is that the intersection is basically all the similar numbers that we got from both equations, and then these numbers are basically the leftovers. So after you basically made your Venn diagrams, the next thing you want to go on and do is you actually want to do the multiplying process. So basically, we have to know that HCF is to find the HCF of both of the numbers. It's basically the numbers in the intersection multiplied together, and the LCM is all the numbers and all parts of the Venn diagram multiplied together. So what I like to do is like to start off with the HCF, and I basically, so you guys have seen already that there are 4 2's in this intersection. So what I do is I do 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, so 2 to the power of 4, and we know that 2 to the power of 4 is 16, so that's basically our HCF. That's how easy it is. And for the LCM, what we do is, now that we know that there's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16, we just write 16, and this is from the intersection that we just multiplied right now, and then we have to multiply with the leftovers, so 3 and the 2 and the 2, so we basically have to add that on to the 16 that we got. So it's going to be 16 times 2 times 2 times 3. Don't write this brackets place, by the way, it's just for me to show you guys, but don't write this down. But 16 times 2 times 2 times 3 is equals to 192, so that's going to be your lowest common multiple, and that's basically how you find out the HCF and LCM. This may seem like a really long process, but if you actually practice it, you can actually do this method very quickly, and it will also help you a lot for doing large numbers like this, because obviously like trying to find the LCM may take quite a lot of time, so this method will definitely help out. So I hope you guys have understood so far, and to actually see if you guys have understood, I'm now going to actually do I want to actually make sure that you try a problem yourself. So I want you to go on and try this problem over here. I want you to find the HCF and LCM of 24 and 56. So pause the video right now and try to find the HCF and LCM of 24 and 56 using the method that I've shown you guys right now. Alright guys, so I hope you guys have tried, and I'm going to show you guys the answer again using 3 different slides as a step-by-step method. So the first step, what we have to do is we obviously have to go on and actually use the splitting method. So what I want to do is I want to split 24 into its prime factors. So I got 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, and then we have 56, and we again split it up into its prime factors, and I got 2 times 2 times 2 times 7, so 2 to the power of 3 times 7. And basically after you have just split it up and you know your equations, you know the products, the next thing you want to go on and do is you actually create your Venn diagrams. So again, I've put this circle as 24 and I put this circle as 56. I cancelled out the 2's that I got in each of the boxes or in each of the equations, and I put it in the intersection, and then the leftovers, which are 3 from 24 and 7 from 56, I basically put them in their separate circles. And what we have is in the intersection we have 3 2's, and then we have 3, and we have 7. So that's basically how I created my Venn diagram. So it should be looking like this. And after you've created a Venn diagram, you should have done the multiplying process. And over here we have the HCF, and I got 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, so sorry if I said 2 too many times, but yeah, 2 times 2 times 2, and that's 8. So yeah, so that's your HCF, because I basically multiplied all the 2's together from the intersection. So HCF is equals to 8, and I multiplied everything from the whole Venn diagram together, and I got 168, so that's my LCM. So there you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this really helps you. Just to go as an overview of what we learned in this video, the number one thing we have learned is obviously to know what HCF stands for. You guys will have also known this if you watched my previous videos, but HCF stands for highest common factor, and we also learned what LCM stands for, which is lowest common multiple. And we also found out that we also actually know how to find the HCF and LCM of two numbers using splitting and Venn diagrams, which may sound a bit long, but trust me when I say that if you practice this with a few questions, I'm pretty sure you'll master this. And definitely thumbs up this video and subscribe down below for more content and for more science and maths lessons, and stay tuned in the school station. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye guys!